In the previous video, we successfully built a FlowFuse server on a low-cost set-top box running Armbian server. We installed all the required components, configured PostgreSQL, and completed the FlowFuse setup. By the end of the tutorial, we were able to access the FlowFuse web interface from a computer connected to the same local network. However, that setup is currently limited to devices inside your home or office network. If you leave your local network, you won't be able to access your FlowFuse server anymore. In this video, I'll show you how to securely expose your FlowFuse server to the internet, so you can access it from anywhere in the world. By the end of this tutorial, your low-cost STB will work as a practical and cost-effective alternative to a cloud VPS, allowing you to manage your Node-RED projects remotely without paying for a virtual server. So, let's get started. The first step is to purchase a domain name. In this tutorial, I'm using a .my.id domain because it's affordable, but you can buy a domain from any provider you trust. A domain name gives your FlowFuse server a permanent and easy to remember address, so you won't need to access it using an IP address. Next, go to Cloudflare and sign into your account. If you don't have one yet, you can create it for free. Once you're logged in, add the domain you purchased in the previous step to your Cloudflare account. During the setup process, Cloudflare will ask you to choose a plan. For this tutorial, simply select the free plan. It includes everything we need to securely expose our FlowFuse server to the internet, so there's no need to purchase a paid plan. Continue through the activation process until Cloudflare provides you with a pair of name servers. We'll use these name servers in the next step to connect our domain to Cloudflare and enable its DNS and security features. Once you receive the Cloudflare name servers, go back to your domain registrar's control panel and replace the existing name servers with the ones provided by Cloudflare. Then save the changes and wait for the DNS update to begin. Next, return to the Cloudflare dashboard and check the status of your domain. Once the name server changes have propagated successfully, the domain status should display active, indicating that it's now connected to Cloudflare and ready for the next step. Now, let's go back to the STB and install Cloudflared, the official Cloudflare Tunnel client. This software creates a secure outbound connection between your STB and Cloudflare, allowing your FlowFuse server to be accessed from the internet without exposing your home network directly. Once the installation is complete, verify the installed version to make sure Cloudflared was installed successfully and is ready to use. Next, go back to the Cloudflare dashboard and navigate to Networking, then select Create Tunnel. Give your tunnel a descriptive name so it's easy to identify later. In my case, I'll name it STB1. After clicking Create Tunnel, Cloudflare will display the environment setup page. Select Debian as the operating system and ARM64 as the architecture to match our STB. At the bottom of the page, Cloudflare will generate a unique command that links this specific tunnel to your device. We'll use that command in the next step to register and authenticate our STB with Cloudflare. Now, return to the STB and run the command provided by Cloudflare. This will authenticate the device and connect it to the tunnel you just created. Once it's complete, go back to the Cloudflare dashboard and verify that the tunnel status is healthy, confirming that the connection has been established successfully. Next, open the tunnel you just created, STB1, to view its configuration. Go to the Routes section, click Add Route, and choose Published Application. For the subdomain, I'll use Flow. Then, set the destination to localhost and specify port 3000, since this is the port where the FlowFuse web interface is running on the STB. After that, click Add Route to save the configuration. With this route in place, any request to the Flow subdomain will be securely forwarded through the Cloudflare tunnel to localhost port 3000 on the STB. In other words, when you access your Flow subdomain from anywhere on the internet, you'll be accessing the FlowFuse dashboard running locally on your STB, without exposing your home network or opening any ports on your router. Next, edit the flowforge.yml configuration file one more time. Update both the domain and base URL settings so they match the domain name you configured with Cloudflare. This ensures that FlowFuse generates the correct URLs and is accessible through your public domain. We can also create additional routes for other applications running on the same STB. For example, I'll create another route using the 3JS subdomain and forward it to localhost on port 12080. This port is used by my first Node-RED instance, where I host my 3JS 3D visualization demos. This approach allows you to publish multiple services through a single Cloudflare tunnel, with each service accessible through its own subdomain while still running on the same STB. It's a simple and scalable way to host multiple applications without exposing your home network. I hope this tutorial has helped you expose your FlowFuse server securely to the internet using Cloudflare Tunnel. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials on Node-RED, FlowFuse, IoT, and low-cost server solutions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.